Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry, and today I would like to talk to you about another film. And happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good time and be thankful for everything that they have. Coming close to the holiday season, for those who are looking for a somewhat unique, lighthearted film, I would suggest the Underrated. And it's a film I've been wanting to watch for quite some time now. I've watched it this morning, and I am pleasantly surprised, and I'm finally glad I took the time to watch it. And it's unusual because this is a film that I haven't had. I remember watching the trailer online, but I haven't had seen any like TV advertisements during that time. But it's 2014. This film is known as The Cobbler, starring Adam Sandler, Melanie Diaz, Steve Buscemi, Method Man, and Dustin Hoffman, about a man, a cobbler, owns his own shop, who was bored out of his everyday life, who suddenly uses a magical heirloom, or it's like it's a sewer. It's a mechanical old fashioned sewer that he's able to use to fix other people's shoes, and then when he puts them on, he's able to become those other people in person. He's able to become other people. And the more that he does it, the more he tries to dive into other people's lifestyle and to learn more about them. And it gets very interesting. It gets very interesting, and it becomes kind of like a somewhat of a dark comedy kind of mystery movie a little bit, where there's quite a few interesting turns that I did not expect with this film. And it's more of a, I wouldn't necessarily say serious tone, but it's probably one of the more unique Adam Sandler movies. Adam Sandler plays, I forgot his name here. He plays the cobbler guy who desperately is looking for a way out of his traditional lifestyle. Who his father before him and his father before him were cobblers. They made shoes or sewed shoes. And one day he uses his old father's mechanical sewing machine and is able to become another person of the shoe owner. And when he does that, he starts to kind of get ideas of checking out other people's lives, or just kind of roaming around other people, or just around other people to kind of get a glimpse of what their lives are like. But it's more about him being fascinated with this new, profound, magical um, phenomena that is happening to him, where he suddenly has the magical power to become anybody by simply putting on somebody else's shoes. And Steve Buscemi is good in this. In fact, I never expected him to be like a regular in Adam Sandler movies, but this guy is underrated. And Dustin Hoffman, who I was surprised about this film, and the reason why he's in this, he really plays, spoiler, he plays Adam Sandler's father, his long lost father, but an older version of him. So there's a sweet, bitter moment where the movie mentions that his dad, and this is currently available on Tubi for anybody who has Tubi or can't access it. I think there's an expiration date on it. I know that's not good to recommend a film, and really there's like an expiration date of when you got to watch it. I would recommend watching it as soon as possible, especially if you're looking for a good time. But back to the scene where when Adam Sandler's father left, the father played by Dustin Hoffman, he uses an opportunity to kind of find ways to, I would say, amend certain voids or certain not issues, But certain chapters he wants to close out in his life. He wants to move on from his father. He wants to move on from the legacy of trying to continue the family tradition of owning a cobbler shop and fixing shoes. He is bored out of his freaking life and he wants to move on. So what he does in a particular scene by impersonating his father, he gives um his mom one last like emotional like time to spend time with his father. It's a sweet scene. And no, they don't kiss or anything or nothing. So just just to put it out there. But he gives her that moment of one last look at love, that one lost love that suddenly just disappeared, and it's a bittersweet moment, and it's actually one of Adam Sandler's more dramatic movies. So if I have to say, besides Uncut Gems, another underrated gem that I believe Adam Sandler strives for like serious dramatic films, I would say this is it. This was a good dramatic sense of his of an Adam Sandler film. And and that scene ends kind of bittersweet. The following scene later reveals that the mother, and this is unique. I find this kind of unique where I feel like there's people who missed out certain opportunities in their life and it lingers on them for the duration of the rest of their life until there was some sort of closure. And he also kind of reminds me of Casper. And then there's this sort of closure that the mom has found in life by meeting her long lost love again, the husband, and suddenly she passes on and moves on, and moves on. I thought that was a unique way of, I think the film really is trying to, I think the main theme of the film is moving on from past um, events to some closure. I think the film really touches on moving on and trying to find closure in past scenarios that's traumatized or left a deep impact into your life, and trying to move forward. And I thought that was a probably one of the best scenes I've seen in any Adam Sandler movie. This film is really really unique. Method Man Cliff is actually pretty good in this film. The moment where Adam Sandler puts on his shoes and he to become Method Man's persona, this dude is fun to see. Like this, like especially what he does in this film, he actually tries to mend some of his wrongdoings unintentionally, and you kind of see how that progresses go. I kind of wish there was more of a dramatic sense to this film to kind of steer in that direction, but the scenes that he was in where Adam Sandler impersonates him, it's hilarious. It's funny and unique, and you kind of don't know where it's gonna go next after that. You kind of don't know. And wow, honestly, I was really taken surprise about this film. This is a very unique Adam Sandler movie that I thought got slept on and really needs to be checked out. The Cobbler. If you haven't seen it, please let me know in the comment section you have and would you recommend this, and pass on the word. Like, subscribe, comment below, and again, happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie and your favorite Adam Sandler film. Ciao.